Another Sikh extremist element in Canada has been gunned down. The exclusive information that CNN News 18 has got. As per that, those inputs, Sukhdool Singh Alias Sukha Dunake was gangster of Davinder Bambiha gang from Moga has been killed in Canada in an inter-gang rivalry. He went to Canada in 2017 on forged documents. The case has also been registered against Dunake. He has been aiding, funding, and strengthening the Devinder Bambiha gang in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, and Rajasthan. He was also inclined towards the pro-Khalistani outfits, but mostly makes calls for extortions and indulges in Supari killing. So he was a traded criminal who had forged documents through which he entered Canada, and he was trying to spearhead his gang sitting in Canada. He has been gunned down. Last year, in the month of March, Dunke conspired to kill Kabaddi player Arshdeep Singh Nangal with the help of his associate during a Kabaddi match in Malia village in Jalandhar. So, while sitting there, he was trying to plan his extortions and killings. And more than 20 criminal cases of murder and other heinous crimes have been registered against him in Punjab and nearby states. The intelligence sources are telling CNN News 18 that these killings are due to inter-gang rivalry between these groups, and these groups want to own the Khalistani movement for the sake of money. And this is nothing but immigration business which Pannoon and others want to control. Remember Pannoon, the SFJ, Sikh for Justice person, he is spearheading anti-India campaign. He's also, in a way, trying to raise the cause of Khalistani movement. He was a close associate of Nijar also. In fact, when Nijar was behind the bar for 24 hours in Canada, few years back, SFJ head Pannoon was one of the person who was fighting case in defending Niger and his activities in Canada. These gangs are operating in Canada, and the modus operandi has been very simple. They hire local gangsters to kill these people because their utility is over. Now, CNN has also, access information that says anti-India propaganda is nothing but immigration business, and ISI is funding big time in Canada. We have always known ISI's hand in raising and creating these Khalistani elements in Canada and other parts of the world. Also, in fact, the entire Khalistani business and propaganda that erupted in late 80s and early 80s, those were part of largely funding and arming and training by the Pakistani agencies only. And because of these only, they have been, but over the last decade, we saw how the entire movement of Khalistan were decimated by Indian agencies, and but now the funding and keeping certain elements alive and kicking in different parts of the world has been the kind of business, the kind of intention that ISI has always wanted, and they have been keeping these sleeping cells active in US, in UK, in Canada also, where there is a large Sikh population, and the illegal immigration business is thriving because so many people, especially from Punjab, they have dreams of going back and going to Canada and settling down there. But in the urgency, they do not have enough means or enough documents, so they fall prey to these larger organized immigration, illegal immigration business, which then further include them under their fold, and they become part, unintentionally they become part of larger pro-Khalistani narrative. So not necessarily they are part of that Khalistani narrative, not necessarily that they believe in that Khalistani ideology, but because of their illegal documents and because of their compulsions, they have to be part of so many procession, and this has that is a part of anti-India and pro-Khalistani movement in Canada and other parts of the world also. So this is the entire modus operandi that has been brought to light in the past also by Indian agencies. How the funding has created entire nexus and smaller fractions of groups who are now trying to fight each other to have entire dominance of the Khalistani narrative and have more rights and more access to the funding that is coming in their way. So this has been the case, and the latest killing of another, one can say terrorist who was named by NIA also is in a series of those escalation that is happening within the group of Khalistani, elements and extremist persons in Canada and other parts of the world.